Well, ladies and gentlemen, how do I start the first video of 2023? The fact that I even just said the words 2023 is crazy. You read the title right. The hard drive, if you watched the previous video filmed back in 2022, the hard drive, well, it is, for now, not repairable. It would cost lots of money, and it just didn't work. It worked, but it didn't work in terms of like being able to display the files. Really long, really complicated, days and days and days of research ended in just me not being able to do it. So I'm going to do a recap. Yes, I did lose over 350 gigs of footage on one video, and that is episode 5, the episode you're watching now. This is supposed to be episode 6, but it's episode 5 because the original episode 5 is probably forever lost. So the camper looks the same for you guys, but it has undergone 3 weeks worth of renovation. That includes the whole front of this thing getting torn off except the roof, all the side sheathing getting torn off, some stuff getting redone, a whole bunch of stuff being restapled, all the corners are remade with new wood. I have some pictures I'll put on screen from my phone if I can. It's been insulated down both sides. I haven't insulated above here, but we're just going to kind of talk about it. I did clean the camper out. I did have some water get in, which is not a huge deal. I've just been drying it out with the fan. I don't know how it got in because I siliconed everything extremely well. But nevertheless, I hope you all are having a new year. I hope the Lord's watching over all you. Truly, I do mean that. I hope this year is a good year. And I hope that you tackle it with Jesus. So I know I'll be tackling it with him, and I'm feeling pretty good about this year filming YouTube stuff. I really want to start devoting more time to doing YouTube videos. I quite enjoy YouTube videos, and it's just if I'm being honest, the hard drive was really hard. It happened out of nowhere. I was actually editing, if you didn't watch the previous video, I was editing video number 5, and Premiere Pro got to 67% and froze, and I thought, well, that has happened before. Well, I closed Premiere Pro and it went downhill from there. The drive basically all of a sudden just like went from 0 to like 70% working to like 30% working to like not working at all. It went off a cliff. So needless to say, the drive is sitting and will be sitting for a long time. I do have some family pictures I'd like to get off there, but yeah, Christmas was good. I got some family stuff going on, but that's beside the point. And losing all the camper footage was hard because I probably spent I spent days on just filming stuff and talking. It was going to be a 2-hour and 30-minute video, which, looking back on it, kind of long, but it would have been like everything you needed to know about rebuilding camper stuff. Nevertheless, we're going to talk about what I did and what we're going to be doing going forward. The camper is actually rounded the corner now and is starting to come back together, in terms of like this thing is going to start getting like paint and like new interior stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. I hope you all are having a good, well, 2022 so far. 2022 was yesterday. What I can't believe, honestly, that we made it to 2023. If you know what I mean and you share those similar views, well, even if you don't, it's pretty surprising that the state that we're in, we made it to 2023. So, Lord's obviously got a plan. So, without further ado, I will take you guys up front here and show you. The whole front of this thing now is 2x4 construction. Sorry for the lighting being weird. There was some water getting in over there. Those windows suck. They're awful. Those windows are horrible. But the whole front of this thing now is 2x4. There's, let's see, a 2x4 here. Originally there was 1x's and the camper was like falling apart. In the videos I wasn't able to, I'm obviously not able to show it because the videos are gone, but the front of this thing was like, when I say it was like on the verge of breaking and like seriously busting, I will put it lightly that the company that built these back in the 70s did not do a fantastic job. In my opinion, even for the 70s, it was really bad. It was quite bad. Everything was 1x2, so the real dimension of a 1x2 is 3/4 or 1/2 inch by 1.5. But I redid. Whoa, Mr. Fly. Hey, see ya. So, man, that fly is unhappy. So, this right here was sagging really bad. So if you don't know, that's an L. Outside there's where the bed goes. These were bending. They were actually like doing this. So it's got a 1/2 inch by 4 inch board. Took a 2x4 and split it in half. It's got one there, over here, and it's got one going across the bottom, along with a full 2x4 there. 2x4 frame. Everything's 2x4 up there. Those are now 2x6. There's a 2x4 up there. What else did I do? I've cleaned stuff. All the windows got taken out except these two front windows, which I'm pretty sure leaked when it rained. There is some water right there, you can see it. So I did take that vent out too to try to fix it, and it's destroyed, and I'm gonna have to fix it because vents are super expensive. They're like over 200 bucks. So I've been doing tons of research on solar stuff. Complicated, very expensive. I added up over like $900 of solar stuff. We're gonna try to not do that right now. So let's see. I don't honestly know where to start. So this area here I gotta fix up a little bit. These staples are super ugly. Was not able to get those in very well, but I need to pull them back out. They're kind of hard to pull out, but not super hard. So the all four corners of the camper got taken off, and the wood got redone because the wood that was there has been burned in a wood stove. But it was what you'd imagine if you sent in 4 inch long by 1/4 inch like lag screws, like 3/8 head huge screws. Do I have any anywhere? I don't think I do. Do I have any? Let's see, is there some in here? No, this is a whole bunch of hardware. I don't have any anywhere right now. Nevertheless, this side has not been redone because I didn't want to take the back off, but that's been redone. This all got reinforced because it was rotten and destroyed. This is the worst work I did on the camper. These suck. This sucks. And most of the camper does not look like that. Actually, all of it does not look like that. That was special occasion junk. Because these, because the old 1x2s are super brittle. Basically, if I didn't pre-drill it, it just blew out immediately. So I pre-drilled like everything. This thing has deck screws holding it together a lot in a lot of places, and staples. The staples I used are narrow crown 1 inch staples with glue on them. So the glue does help. My eyes look like they're red. They're quite hard to pull out. They're better than the staples that were in there though. The staples that were in there were like wide crown, bright, which means ungalvanized, like straight steel staples from the 70s that were like half gone. It was a mess. It was awful. I filled basically a red Solo cup with pulling staples out. So all the jacks have been put back on. From there up to there has been taken off on this side. I took all this off, pulled this out. I redid all of the mounts for the camper. There's reinforcement under here. I need to take that off and paint it. There's new wood there. All of these uprights in here got redone. There's a new 1/2 inch by 4 inch board that runs along here. Everything's been resealed. Everything's been, well, let's see, up to here, everything has been re-insulated with better, newer insulation. The stuff that was in here was like, it was really bad. It was the stuff from the first video. So I got the hot water heater out and the furnace out. I'm going to be doing a video servicing those, just cleaning them up and doing general maintenance on them, make sure everything's good to go. And I'll be purchasing a gas tester for any gas leaks. They're like 33 bucks, and it beeps if there's a propane leak. So needless to say, both sides have been done in that. This all got taken off. There's a 2x4 up there now, or we had to do something weird up there. We had to do a 1/2 inch with a 2x4 split, and then down here we did a 2x6 for the deck, and those are 2x6s. Needless to say, this thing's super duper sturdy. Originally, when we jacked this up with the car jack and we let it down, it would sink probably like 1/2 inch to 1 inch. It would actually bend. It doesn't do that now. This side got taken off up to like there, I think. All this has been redone. You can see in here, these are now 2x6s and completely redone. I had to redo this here. This is just a piece of plywood that's for aesthetic. It was super rotten, sitting over there somewhere. But needless to say, that doesn't sound like a lot, or maybe to some of you it does. I will flash pictures on the screen that I've took with my phone on Instagram, posted them on Instagram. It was 3 weeks of work. It was a lot of work. So we're gonna head up here into the camper. This is just going to be a recap of episode 5. Episode 6 is gonna be uploaded shortly after this. Right now the camper is my main focus. I've been feeling like this camper is something that I'm just feeling like I'm being called to work on and devote lots of time to. So I have been doing that. It was a lot of work, let me tell you. It was a lot of work. I'm not gonna try to talk as much. That's one thing I wanna do in 2023 is not talk as much. I talk a lot in my videos, but so basically replaced a whole bunch of stuff with 2x4 construction. All the corners have been redone. A lot of deck screws, a lot of stapling. Basically wherever I could get a staple in the joint that was originally there, I redid. I didn't use a pocket jig because pocket jigs are kind of hit and miss, and if you don't glue all the wood together with a pocket jig, they don't work well at all. The issue with a pocket jig is when you drill down, you only have a little bit of material that the actual head of the screw is holding on to, so you can just take it and bust it right off. You know, where if you were to drill a screw up into a piece of wood, it's got the piece of wood, whereas this way it's only got like at the bottom half. Staples, not a super great option, but they work good. I'll tell you what, staples, I was surprised. I initially was gonna not use staples. They work pretty good. The staples worked really well, and of course deck screws work. I mean, they're deck screws, they're literally like gnarly. So they work great. This camper is super strong. You may say, well, it weighs more. Well, I don't care. It's not that huge of a it's not that big of a deal if it weighs more. I did redo a whole bunch of insulation. I took the old insulation out. You guys have seen that in episode 4 when we demoed this bed originally. It was that like crusty, awful stuff. I redid a whole bunch of it with some insulation that was lying around that was like a really dense insulation with a aluminum layer on it, and then I went and bought some more insulation, which was styrofoam insulation with a really thin layer. I don't even know if it was aluminum, but needless to say, it was better than what was in here. So there is an air gap on some of it. Some of it probably was kind of flopping around inside the wall. This isn't super traditional. I mean, it's old in terms of campers. A 77 or 78, whatever this is it's older. So the construction of it is not the same as the construction of other campers or RVs or travel trailers. Normally nowadays they would sandwich the material together, so they would take this like veneer material and sandwich it on each side. This one only has it on the inside, and then it's styrofoam insulation, and then it's the outer material. And that's why I also couldn't use a pocket jig. as I didn't have the material to glue it together. Pocket jigs, like I was saying, don't work well if you don't glue the wood together to make it a rigid sheet, make it one piece. You don't tie it together. So the staples actually worked really good. I wish I could show you guys that, but they're encased in a wall that hopefully won't be opened again. It was a lot of work. There was a lot of trials and errors. There was a lot of stress. It was really hard, actually. It was quite a daunting task because I haven't done a lot of woodworking, but I've done enough, and it was really interesting. And the poor construction made it more interesting. Nevertheless, I just wanted to do this quick recap video on the camper episode 5. Nevertheless, I have to see if I can fix that. I got a panel to replace this side. That side over there, I got OSB for the bottom and a piece of OSB for the top because I'm going to be redoing this top section. Originally, in a previous episode, I was saying that I was going to like join 2x4s to the 1x that are up there. I'm not doing that. I'm going to rebuild the top. I got like two 2x4s or four. I got four 2x4s on some OSB. That'll also make it to where I can walk up there because the only area that's supported to be walked on is up here. And up there it's definitely not meant to be walked on, so I'd like to reinforce it. I'll just screw in from the inside because screws have a shear force that's very high, and I don't imagine that I would be getting like thousands of pounds up there. But nevertheless, we're going to be redoing this, insulating, OSBing, fixing the sides, redoing the front. I gotta re-silicone some stuff, but we're moving right along. It has been, like I said, difficult. If I can squeeze some other videos in here and there, I might try to. But the camper is definitely, it's been taking a lot of my mind lately because I'm actually enjoying working on it a lot. The reason I'm enjoying working on it is it's got every aspect. It's got plumbing, electrical, woodworking, painting, creativity. I'm really excited to actually be working on this thing. It feels good to be filming a video too. I did some calculations for the furnace and how much propane I have, which I'll touch on in the next video because I have all the original paperwork from this camper, surprisingly enough. Because I kind of want to go over that. There's not a lot of videos on like how long will a 20-pound propane bottle run a camper or an RV furnace. And I hope to be able to like touch on those videos. I really think everybody should get a camper and at least do some stuff fixing on it because it's a great way to start. It's actually a really good way to start. And if you want to get into like renovation stuff. Nevertheless, I can't think of anything else to tell you. There was 3 weeks of footage that was lost, and it sucked. But at the same time, I almost feel like the Lord wanted it to happen. I don't know why. I don't know. It was hard, but at the same time, I trust that, well, this video is obviously going to do whatever it's going to do. So, excuse me. Hope you guys are enjoying 2023 so far. I'm going to go in and edit and hopefully upload this video right away because I want to get videos up. That doesn't mean that I'm going to be uploading like 2 times a week or something crazy. If I can get 1 a week out, that'd be really nice. Subscribers are still climbing. What else? I can't think of anything else, really. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. So, like I said, the camper videos are going to be a little bit longer. In episode 6, we're going to be like fixing a whole bunch of stuff. Because I want an episode where you can sit down and get like a lot of information. So, and an hour is a good number. 30 minutes to an hour, you can get a lot of information in the video. And I can make my videos like super snazzy dazzy, wee wee wowie, but I do want them to be informative and show my mistakes and show my corrections. So, without further ado, sorry that episode 5 is kind of me talking. Didn't really want it to be me talking, but yeah. So, I can't think of anything else. Thank you to all the new subscribers that have been subscribing from the F-150 or F-250 videos. The truck is sitting outside, and the truck will be paired to this thing at some point. I think that'll be really cool. My truck's a 1977. This is a 1978/77. It's a 78, I think the tag says. So, I can't wait to get those paired together, and I'm pretty excited. Because I like camper stuff, so I really like camper stuff a lot. So, it's ugly now, but Hopefully it will not be ugly. I did clean a whole bunch more, like I cleaned the roof. Yeah, thank you all for coming. I will be doing some more videos, obviously on the F-250. I hope down the road to get maybe like some more like a dedicated project vehicle would be pretty cool, but that's probably a ways away, honestly. But yeah, thank y'all for sticking around. Thank y'all for watching all the videos, camper videos, lawnmower videos, whatever. Yeah, got the camper going right now, and I am going to end this video because I keep talking. I wish I could give you more, but this is all I have to give. Is what I have to give. So, hope y'all have a good new year, and thank y'all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. God bless.